Okay, the VHS I came across today is great. It's Dazed and Confused. Now, this was a hugely popular movie when I was in junior high and high school. It came out, let's see, in 1993. I would have been 14. And let me tell you, I identified with this movie so much. I loved to drink. I loved to party with my friends. We drank a lot. We didn't smoke so much weed. A little bit, but not a whole lot. Our main thing was, Friday night, who had the beer money, and it was on, However, I was not one, like a super popular kid. I had my group of friends, and we were cool. That was it. I never, what was I going to say? The hazing part of this movie, I've seen kids watch this nowadays that are a lot younger than me, and they can't believe this was a thing. Hazing was a thing. You would want to get initiated by the older kids, by the senior kids. I so badly, and it's probably because I'm a wannabe, but I so badly wanted to get initiated and hazed by the older kids to be accepted into that crowd, but it never happened, and yes, it's cruel. I think if it goes too far, it can be really, really bad. The paddling in this movie, when the boys, especially Ben Affleck's character, he does it to an extreme. But I think it can be fun. I don't have kids, so okay, but I think it could be fun if it's like what they do to the girls is kind of mean, but really, it's not that bad. And like I said, they wanted to get hazed like this. Then you're accepted into the crowd, and however, you still have fun. I had a blast. My friends were the best, and we did not get hazed. It was like if you were a cheerleader, if you were, a stepper, which is the drill team where I went, if you were a football player, those type of people, I assumed, got hazed or at least something, but I wasn't part of that crowd, so maybe I'm getting this totally wrong, but I was part of Color Guard, which is the flag squad, and I was the captain my junior and senior year, so I was the one that was kind of in charge of, hazing, what they call it, the newbies, like the freshmen, the incoming Color Guard members. And what we did was we went and picked you up, and we made you go to Chuck E. Cheese, and ride the rides or something, or I can't remember exactly what we had them do, but it was harmless pranks, just stuff like that. We went TPing. I can't think of what else we did, but it was all just stuff. Okay, we want to get you a little bit embarrassed, and then, okay, now we're all friends, just kind of a team building really type thing. It wasn't meant to be bad. I don't remember if we went and partied afterwards. Maybe not, because that supposedly get you kicked off the squad if you drank or you smoked or anything. However, I did all those things. But it's just, that was the way things were. And this was set in the 60s or 70s. I can't remember. It had a great soundtrack. Here is a picture of some of the cast. He was hilarious in it. He was the stoner. And this is either Jeremy or Jason London. They were kind of the star of it. His character's name was Pink. And then all these boys were the ones that would get paddled. He was the main incoming freshman. And he always did this in the movie. I never knew if that was a character thing or if that's just the actor's thing that he does. But he was always like, oh man, and pinching like this part of his nose. So, and then you have Mila Jovovich, I think is how you say her name. And then you have the girls there getting hazed or whatever. They just put ketchup and mustard on them, and then they made them go through a car wash. Now that is dangerous. I wouldn't want to go through a car wash with that water hitting me. That would probably hurt really bad. But great soundtrack. If they did one of these nowadays, like set in the 80s or 90s or something, I'm kind of curious what they would do. Or, even the millennial generation, because I don't have kids, so I don't know what are kids doing these days, or even 20 years ago, what are kids doing? Because I was already an adult by then, or at least age-wise I was. Anyway, Dazed and Confused. I'm sure you all have great memories.